to put on so people can, access this. So, all right, afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. For those of you who don't know me, I'm McCoy Jacobson, the IT director at ESD 112 and heading up this project. And I've got David Bryson here from.
Hillsboro School District. I'm the Print Center Operations Manager.
Hey, so between the two of us, we'll should be able to get you all oriented. This is the second district session we've done. We've done one already. So this will be it before we launch, and then next we'll lunch on Monday, and then there are sessions afterwards. And for those that have gotten in to poke around, maybe we can do some orienting around any questions that come up in those sessions the following week. So yeah, Hillsboro's our preferred vendor from the RFP process. We will not be doing printing at ESD 112 starting June 15th-ish when Julie's done. And all of that then needs to go to Hillsboro. There's things that are going to be a lot easier, and there are things that are going to be harder because of this. So you'll see the easy part, and we'll work through the harder parts as we get going. So, yeah. Okay, let's get going. So go ahead, David, get us oriented and
Okay,
away.
I will share the portal. So after you get logged in, the first time you log in, you will either have to reset your password or register a new account. Um, in that process, you're going to want to fill out this location field a very specific way. So it needs to start with the ESD 112. And then it needs to have your district name and then the department or program that you work for in your district. This line prints out at the top of all of our job tickets. We will route everything to the ESD if this is in the location field. Then the ESD will know where it goes after it gets there based on the rest of this. So this field is super important to be filled out correctly. But once that's filled out and you're in, this is what it's going to look like. Everything that you want to order, you can order through the upload a document. And I'll just take you through what that looks like. So I just browsed on my computer and found a file in my downloads. Your files have to be on your computer or on a server you can get to. They can't be in the cloud or in an email. You have to be able to upload it. So when you upload a file, you'll go into the preview and change options. Quantity is the first thing. You can change it whenever you want, but it's at the top. Page count just tells you how many pages are in your file. So if that says 700 and you were expecting 6, that should be a clue that something went wrong on the upload. One-click print options. It's not very useful right now. It may be something we update in the future, but it pretty much is just predefined settings over here. Output is telling our print shop pretty much how to make this. So black ink, color ink. If you have your own custom envelope design and want to upload it, you would pick black ink or color ink envelopes. Large posters and banners. This is also where you would do stickers. And rigid wide format is like yard signs and A-frames or sandwich boards. Anything hard that has to be printed on our flatbed. So we'll do color ink. Our system charges the same for color and black ink. So if your front page is color and the rest of it's black, pick color ink. Don't try to separate it. paper list. We have a lot of different colors. At the bottom of the list is the NCR, 2-part, 3-part, 4-part, 5-part. If your file is 1 page and you're doing 2-part NCR, we're going to print the 1 page on both the white and the yellow. We have more than 8.5 by 11 you can pick from. And it gives you a preview of the color of the stuff you picked. So if you're not seeing the size you want, just put it on any, and it'll show you everything. Scaling. So this page is oversized. Right now, scale down and scale to fit is going to shrink this to fit on my 8.5 by 11. I don't want this stuff to print. I want that off the edge. So I'll tell it to center and it's not going to do any scaling. I can print it one-sided, preview updates. I can say I want a corner stapled, shows you it's being stapled. It's only going to show you in this binding option what you can do with the file. So I can't coil bind this, so the coil binding options aren't here. I can staple it, I can uncollate it. Long edge flip, short edge flip, how do you know which one to pick? Pick one, look at your preview. It's flipping on this edge, which if we staple it, is going to be upside down. So when you make changes over here, you want to check your preview and make sure you didn't change something that you don't want to happen. If you did select the wrong thing over here and you didn't check the preview and that is upside down, and you submit the order, no person is going to see that that's upside down until the job's printed off the printers. It's an automated system. It's going to go right on through and out the printer. So check your preview. It's important. If you can't get your preview to look right or you can't find the option you want, put a special instruction in. And an operator will look at it. This will stop, special instructions will stop the job from flowing through our system automatically, and somebody will have to look at it. So don't put anything in here like thank you, we love you guys. It's just going to stop your job from being produced in the time frame that we're trying to do it. If it's one sheet, you can fold it. If it's a multiple sheet file, you'll want to uncollate it with or without slip sheets, and then pick your folding. And then we can run it through our folder as separate stacks of each page. Other cutting, padding, laminating. If you have a 2-up file, select cutting, units of 2. We'll print it out, we'll cut it in half. Padding is for like notepads, and laminating is laminating. We laminate with 5mm gloss. All of our laminators are set up with it. It's a manual process. So we try to get you to not use laminating unless you need to laminate a colored piece of paper, or you're going to use dry erase. Otherwise, we have plastic paper. It's not paper, it is just plastic. You can print in color on this. So if you wanted a red piece of paper laminated, you could pick this and print in color and print the red as the background. It'll just go through our system. It'll come out the printer. It'll be done. It'll get to you. If you pick laminating, it's going to get in, it's going to be put in a stack that's going to go by the laminator. It's a manual process and it'll add a little bit of time. So I have this set up the way I want it. I'm going to approve and continue, puts it in my cart, tells me how much it is. Um, you could say, why is it that much? It's because I picked plastic paper, which is the same price as laminating, which put $100 on the job. So I don't want that. We don't need to keep that forever, so we're not going to laminate it. The checkout process. Um, I didn't save any of this from the last time. I don't know the department. Update. So right now I'm in Patricia's account. I'm going to order this. It's going to ship to Patricia via ESD's courier. Or she could click hold at ESD and she can come pick it up from the ESD in Vancouver. USPS mail is bulk mailings. So if you upload a letter and an Excel spreadsheet with addresses, we can merge them and mail them directly from our print shop. And then have like a line item for postage. If Patricia was ordering this for herself and me, she can add me to the shipping list and I can get my own quantity. Now these jobs will be ordered at the same time in the same order, but they'll go through my shop as two separate orders and be delivered separately. The estimated delivery date is not accurate. So the estimated delivery date is when I'm estimating I'll be done with the printing. It's not necessarily when it's going to get to the ESD or when the ESD is going to take it to your district. We're kind of working through that right now to figure out what these turn times look like. But essentially right now the ESD is going to pick up from Hillsboro twice a week and Hillsboro is going to drop off at the ESD twice a week. So there's 4 days of delivery to the ESD, which should give us a good idea of how long it takes to process. And then in here, if you use PO numbers with the ESD, you'll want to put it in here. Otherwise, just invoice whatever your school district is. Oh, billings missing required fields. New order name. I'm not going to complete this order, but if I did, actually, it probably still saves it. If I go into my orders, the order name goes here. Name is something that means something to you, because it holds jobs for 15 months. So if you order the same thing every year at the same time, you could come in here and reorder, and it's easy to find it if you name it something that means something to you about that. So
So when you reorder, are you able to change the quantity of it, or do you need to?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
So it doesn't copy the quantities over when you reorder. It resets it to one,
Oh, okay,
and
perfect.
it deletes the special instructions.
Okay, okay.
So you'll want to make sure you update those two things if you reorder. And if the special instructions were detailed, it'll still be saved in the previous job, and you can view them and copy and paste them into the new one. Um, create a book is to merge PDFs. So if your front side is one PDF and your back side is another PDF, you can merge them together here into one file and then pick two-sided when you're in the cart. Or 15 PDFs you can put together, and then you would be creating a book. Templates, these are a work in progress. We're going to put more in here. They're just going to be helpful for odd size jobs, 5.5, 4.25, 5.5, 8.5, 8.5 by 11 with bleed. So if you need the image to bleed off the edges of the paper, like that first file I showed you, um, this is a good place to do that. This exact template is really good for flyers and brochures and one or two page documents. And as we find things that are hard to order, we can build more templates to make it easy. It's just converting all the pages in the file.
Are we gonna have the templates for the business cards there? Is that where it's gonna be located? Do you know?
Um, I'll probably make a separate button for business cards and a separate button for envelopes.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Um, so this file had bleed. It was oversized. This gray area is what we're going to cut off. So you want to make sure the image goes into that. So we have something to cut off. Um, this this makes it two up on a larger sheet of paper for us, and the system will divide. So you put the quantity you want, and then when it gets to me, it'll cut that quantity in half.
What do you mean it will cut the quantity in half?
So if you put 500,
Mhm.
it's going to make this two up on a page, and then my printer is going to print 250.
Okay.
I guess that's more information than anybody needs.
I'm like, what do you
Just put the quantity you want, and then my system will figure it all out when
mean?
it
Okay.
goes to print.
Okay. Okay. Good.
The preview is not going to be correct, um, but it's putting it on 12 by 18 paper, so you can change it to a different paper. I want that printed on cover. Um, I don't know I don't know why the system struggles with templates and previews, but it does. Um, I've tested it. It does print okay when it comes to me. So it's the original template that you're looking at, not what's in your cart now. Um, I'll work with the website vendor to get that figured out. Like they're struggling with some previews sometimes. Do you want to answer that one in the chat, Makoa?
Yeah, I was just typing a response, so maybe I should answer that now. Yeah, Hillsboro is not going to be doing any of that stuff. The pressure sealing, the tax forms, the report cards. That's with Stephanie right now to figure out as part of Greater Columbia River ISC. They're thinking a different ESD is going to be the one processing it on behalf of that consortium. So as of today, Hillsboro is not going to be the one doing that. If Stephanie comes back to me and says we need to have a different conversation, then we'll have a different conversation. But from currently, it's with them to figure out how that's all going to be handled. So details to come.
And then we have yard signs and banners. All of that button did was set up the output in the paper. The upload a document, you could pick the same settings. This is just like a shortcut. So rigid wide format, 18 by 24 corrugated plastic metal H stake. So this is a yard sign. It comes with the metal H stake included in that price. Scale to fit. I can pick a different size and get some more options. Foam core, corrugated plastic 24 by 36. This is what would be used in like the sandwich boards. Foam core should only be used indoors. We've had people use it outdoors. It did work, but it's not meant for that. And so 24 by 36 foam core is $12 for one side. Same thing, we do banners. It's just going to pick banners here for you and pick a random size. You can change this to any. You can pick poster paper. We can do paper, just regular posters. We do a lot of 18 by 24, 24 by 36 posters. Vinyl banners, they all come with grommets. You don't need to click anything or put it in the notes. Just pick a size closest to what you want. If it's the exact size, that's great. If it's not, put it in the special instructions. 46 by 80. And then we'll download your original file and then we'll use this number instead of this number. Pricing, you could check the pricing. Prove and continue. So it's just as I go through ordering stuff, it just adds it to my cart and I can check out when I'm done. Everything will go through on one order. We've had teachers order 400 items in one order before. It doesn't mind. I'm not gonna put these through though. What else we went through the shipping already. I feel like I'm done, but I'm also feeling like I'm forgetting something.
Yeah, if you go, I was thinking of the price stuff. Can you get back to something with that on it?
Yeah.
So remember for the price, so the pricing in the system is accurate in terms of what Hillsboro bills ESD 112. So when you look at that price, you have to account for the 5% admin fee and the sales tax. So you need to add that on in your mind when you're looking at that number. And then that's what ESD 112 will turn around and bill all of you. So, but in terms of what that the job itself, what the unit price is, that will be accurate, so. And then as David said, color and black are the same price, so.
You can show on a screen where the PO number will be at. I'm doing a screen print for myself.
Yeah.
It's the next screen over under payment. It's that box. Yeah.
I'm not saving anything in Patricia's account, so I got to keep putting it in.
Not all of you used POs with us. It's for, I mean, if you want to start, you can, but it was really for those districts that wanted to have tracking of the POs that those jobs were against. So
Oh, there you go. Okay, don't mind. Hold on a minute. Okay, so this is after do the shipping. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Thank you.
the other thing, David, I don't think you did was in the book, you can add the tabs and the.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
all the-
Thank you. Let me upload a book. Felt like I was forgetting something important. So we have the options on the side to build how your job's going to be produced. We also have in the preview, if you right click on a page, you have options for that page. So I can change the paper for this page by right clicking and picking a different paper. I want just this one sheet on blue. Actually, it's double-sided, so I also want the next sheet on blue so it goes on the back. But after this, I want a tab. And I want it to be bigger. And you can see it's updating the preview as I make changes. So now after the table of contents, I have a tab. And I can go through the book and I can just add tabs where they need to be. I can also turn pages into tabs. So I want this printed on the tab page. Maybe it says what the new section is. I can change this page to a tab. So now we're printing this on the tab sheet itself. I can also add covers. I want the front and back covers to be printed exactly the same on a heavy gloss cover. Printed both sides. If I pick just print on the outside, then page 1 in the document's on the front cover, and the last page of the document is on the outside of the back cover. Print on the inside only means the page 1 of the document's now inside the cover and not on the front. But I want to print on both sides. I can also do front and back separately, so they have different print instructions. And this one now has coiling options. I can add blanks in here if I need to, a blank page or a whole blank sheet. Maybe I'm doing sketchbooks and at the end of the book, I want to add 20 blank sheets of paper. I can do it there. So So it's just a blank piece of paper in the middle of the book now. Any questions about that?
Could you show again how to add like blank pages? You would have look. Oh, are you guys gonna have like a manual or something?
This is being recorded, so you can go
Okay.
back this or one of the other ones.
Oh, okay. And we have links to that or something somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good.
You just right click in the preview on the page that you want to work from.
Okay.
Go
Right.
down to sheets or pages.
Okay, gotcha.
Are you making a training guide as we go through this?
I know.
Nice.
Try to be fast, but at least as a reminder of what I'm seeing here.
Yeah. I can also just say I want this one page printed one-sided out of the whole two-sided book. And now it's one-sided. So there's different things you can do.
You can do a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, you said that if you wanted a proof, you need to order quantity of one.
Quantity of one, it'll go through our system, get delivered to you. You can go into my orders and reorder it if you like it, or upload a new document and start over.
So my question is, we usually don't do purchase orders for anything under $25, but if we want to approve and they decide that they don't want it, then how? I mean, if you don't use POs, how do you get paid? What's other ways that you get paid, like credit card?
Well, it's how the ESD gets paid, so
Yeah.
we just
Okay. Yeah.
invoice you, right? So it's up to, the PO side is up to you folks to determine how you want to pay that invoice.
Okay. We're gonna do open POs, I think.
Yeah.
Moving forward, I think that'll be the best bet then. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Also on billing, I think we're only billing once a month.
Yep.
So it's not like as your one proof goes through the system, an invoice is going to be generated and sent out. Your district will get like a list of jobs that went through that month.
But each school has their own purchasing group, so each school makes their own POs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll recommend for them to have an open PO. That way, when they want to just approve, can just go like that. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I was hoping that more of my peeps would show up, but
We have a price list for easy reference that we can give our staff. On the contract, on the back page is the price list of the main items. I mean, depending on what you do in the system to the job moves those numbers all around, but the base of everything is in the contract.
okay.
I think that will help, Rachel.
Yeah. I actually, when people ask me for quotes, I usually go into the system and just pretend like I'm ordering their job and get the price out of here. So if you're ever not sure what something's going to be, just pretend to order it and don't complete it. And it'll give you a breakdown.
What else can we show, answer? Okay, so I guess the main highlights are you're gonna get access to the portal. If you need to make an account, you make an account. Anybody can make an account, get in, configure your jobs, check the preview. The preview is a pretty good shot. That's what it's gonna look like. There's a page there that shouldn't be there, then adjust something to get it to go right. If you don't put something in special instructions, it's literally going to just do the job. No one's going to look at it. No one's going to touch it. It's just going to show up on the other side. So if you want human intervention, you got to put something in that box. If you want proofs or things, order a quantity of one, follow the shipping then it'll follow the shipping process to get back to us or to you. If that's not fast enough, put something in special instructions and reach out to Hillsboro and hopefully they can help, this thing is it's configured correctly or whatever, so you don't have to guess on that stuff. We got the shipping methods. We talked about the totals, remembering that we need to add on the 5% and the sales tax to those numbers. If you've got any issues with jobs in particular, there'll be a generic Hillsboro email address that I'll also include in that email on Mondays. So if you got questions for them, you can just send those to them. Mostly for the stuff on the jobs. If you got questions on billing or logistics or stuff, you should probably send those my way for now. Until we have to figure this thing out. As the orders come in, we'll start to really get a feel for how this is all going to flow, and then we'll adjust accordingly. But as David said, right, it's 2 days the SD 112 courier is going to go and pick up stuff, and the other 2 days in the week, Tuesday, Thursday, the courier's Wednesday, Friday. But they're going to get jobs to us, and then we will distribute them out, obviously, for the next run whenever that job shows up. So, unless you tell us to hold it at the ESD, then we'll hold it at the ESD, of course, for pickup. So, I think those are the main highlights.
Yeah, I think you did a good job covering it, summarizing. Good.
I mean, I think if you look at the pricing, it is cheaper. We'll all be pleased with what we're getting out of this. So it's a good move for everybody that we're doing this. So all right. If there's no other questions, then have a great weekend. And look for
You as well.
emails.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.